Hello and welcome to IoT. This is Tapan, and today we are going to start the first module of our course called Smart Home Gateway powered by IBM Watson. So this is our agenda for today. So first we will start with what is an IoT enabled smart home, followed by Smart Home Gateway. Then we will take a look into the block diagram of a smart home. Then I'll teach you how to make the hardware connections. So that will complete the hardware architecture part. Thereafter, we'll take a look into the software architecture. So let's start. So what is an IoT enabled smart home? So smart home, it is a residence that has all the appliances like lighting, heating, air conditioner, and all the security gadgets like camera, and they are capable of communicating with each other. So this is the meaning of smart home. And the moment when I am telling IoT enabled smart home means all the device they can be monitored and controlled at any time and from anywhere across the world by using the mobile phone or the internet. So this is the meaning of IoT enabled smart home. So in this way, if I'm telling that is it IoT enabled, so definitely I can switch it on or off at any time as per to my wish. So definitely it accomplish the objective of energy saving. So it provides low operating cost because I can switch them on or off accordingly. And the last point is that the user can easily select these products from any of the manufacturers. So that time has gone when only a few manufacturers they were enjoying the monopoly in the market. Right now the market is open and there are lots of options for a client or consumer. So they can select it depending upon their budgets, needs and desire and results. So this is all about IoT enabled smart home. Let's understand what is a smart home gateway. So we cannot say that automation it was not there in the market. The people in the US and the European country they are enjoying the automation by using the Zigbee, Z-Wave and the Bluetooth technology. But in order to operate all those devices, they have to be in the range, particularly in that area. But they cannot have any control all the time and from anywhere. So that thing only inspired the people to make it IoT enabled. So let me give you an example. I have left my office and within 30 minutes I'll reach to my home. So till that time I want my AC to be switched on and maintain a temperature of let's say 20 degrees Celsius. So right now it's very easy. By simply pressing a button in my mobile phone, smartphone, I can switch it on or off from anywhere. So that is the meaning of making it IoT enabled. So which device will perform this function? So that is the smart home gateway. So I am using my NodeMCU or ESP8266 as a smart home gateway, which will be providing me this control from a remote location. So again, in technical terms, a smart home gateway it is capable of receiving commands from the internet and send them back to the devices to switch it on or off. So right now, as a cloud part, we are using IBM Cloud and its services to achieve the efficient and economical operation of my smart home gadgets. Let's understand the block diagram of a smart home gateway. So in my smart home, I have placed many sensors. So right now I am showing here three sensors. First one is my passive infrared sensor. And the work of PIR sensor is to detect the presence of a human or animal near to it. Second sensor is my magnetic reed switches. So what it is doing, it is placed at the corner of two of my doors. So as soon as somebody is opening the door, so it is going to change its state and the same information is available to me. The third sensor I have used in my smart home is the ultrasonic sensor. So you can think of some more creative application, but right now I have used this ultrasonic sensor to see whether my car is there or not. The fourth component is the LEDs, which in real scenario is representing different gadgets and electrical devices like pump, fan or air conditioner. So I want to switch them on or off. So all of these four things, whether these three sensors, 1, 2 and 3 or whether it is an actuator, everything I have connected to my NodeMCU which is acting as a home automation gateway. So this NodeMCU is getting the real-time status of all of my sensor and it is sending all this information to the Wi-Fi router of my smart home. Once I am having information of sensors with me at the router level, it's up to me whether I want to use HTTP or MQTT as a communication protocol between the router and the cloud. Right now I am using IBM Watson platform as a cloud. So every information is available here. So anything which is connected to this cloud through the internet is able to access it. So whether it is an application on a smartphone or it is any web application. So I can see the same data in smartphone or in the web application. Please note that here also I am provided with a choice whether I want to use HTTP or MQTT as a protocol between the cloud and the application. So HTTP, it is nothing but a request response type of architecture, and MQTT, it is having publish and subscribe kind of architecture. So here also I am open to use any one of them. So this way, this is the forward communication, means sending the real-time status of all these sensor to the cloud and visualizing it in any of the web UI or any of the application in the smartphone. And the backward flow or the backward communication. So if I want to switch on or switch off the LEDs or which is representing AC or pump or fan available at my smart home, so I can make it by pressing a button in one of the smartphone or in the web UI. So the backward communication or the command will go from this application to the cloud, again it will travel to the router, and finally it will reach to my NodeMCU, which is acting as a smart home gateway, and it will actuate corresponding action on the LEDs. Let's look into the design or the hardware architecture part. So I have used three sensors. First one is the ultrasonic, second one is the PIR, and third one is the reed switches. So these are the sensory part, and these LEDs, they are representing the actuation part, which are providing me the appliance control. So every component, whether it is a sensor or the actuator, I have connected it to ESP8266 12V module, which is my NodeMCU, which is acting as a smart home gateway. Starting with ultrasonic sensor. So ultrasonic, it has four pins. First one is the VCC, which is taking the 5 volts for its operation. Second one is the ground, so it should be connected to the ground pin. And two more pins are there. First one is the trigger pin. This is the trigger pin, and this is the echo pin. So trigger I have connected to D4 pin of my NodeMCU, and the echo pin is connected to the D5 pin. So what is its role? From D4, it will be giving a control signal to this trigger pin, and from this trigger pin, it will be emitting out the ultrasonic waves towards an object. After striking from an object, will get reflected back, and that will be detected by this echo. So this echo pin, since I have connected to D5 pin of NodeMCU, so the same information will be available here, and through this entire mechanism of emitting and reflection, it will be able to calculate the distance between the source and that object. The second sensor I have used in my project is the PIR sensor. So its working is totally different from the active sensor like ultrasonic sensor. That is why it is called passive infrared sensor. So what exactly does it mean? Whenever any human or any living body, it comes in its effective area or the range, then it will be able to detect it, and the same data will be available on this middle pin. And these two pins, these are first one is the 5 volt or the VCC pin, and second one is the ground. But the data will always be available on this middle pin, which I have connected to D8 pin of my NodeMCU. The third component I have used in my project is the reed switches. So why I am calling them as a sensor? Because they are going to detect the presence of a magnet near to it. So how exactly they are working? First, take a separate 5 volt or 3 volt supply with you, connect an external resistor with it in series with this reed switch, and the connection should be in such a way that when this reed switch is open, then this 5 volt or 3 volt, it should go to the D6 pin of my NodeMCU. And the same thing is for my secondary switch. You have to connect an external resistor to it in series with this reed switch, so that till the time this reed switch is open, so this VCC should travel to this path and should go to my D7 pin of my NodeMCU. In both of these cases, I'll be getting a high signal on D6 and D7 pin of my NodeMCU, and as soon as I'll be bringing magnet near to these reed switches, then these reed switches will be closed and this VCC through this resistor will travel to the ground, and I'll be getting low signal on D6 and D7 pin of my NodeMCU. The last functionality I want to achieve in my smart home is the appliance control. So I have connected 3 LEDs to the D1, D2 and D3 pin of my NodeMCU, and I have connected external resistance to it followed by ground. So these are representing pump, fan and air conditioner fitted at my home. So I can make them to turn on or off remotely through web UI or through any of the mobile application. So this will take effect here and they will be switched on or switched off accordingly. After understanding the hardware architecture, let's now look into the software part. So it is having 3 blocks. First one is the smart device. So I am using NodeMCU ESP8266 as a smart device, and I'm using Arduino IDE to program this NodeMCU. My second part is the Wi-Fi router. So this is the intermediate unit which is used to convey the information sent by this NodeMCU to the cloud. So I may use LoRa or BLE or Zigbee to send this real-time information to my gateway. So here I am using Wi-Fi as a technology as well as protocol from my NodeMCU to the gateway or Wi-Fi router. From gateway to the cloud, I can use any of the protocol to send the same information to the cloud. So it may be HTTP or MQTT. So right now I have used MQTT as a protocol from gateway to the cloud. I am using IBM Watson IoT platform as a cloud services to collect the real-time status information of all of this sensor. So once I am having all the information with me at the cloud level, so either can see the same information in the visualization dashboard, which are an integral part of my Watson IoT platform, or my second option, I can see the same information in Node-RED tool, which comes internally connected with my IBM Watson IoT platform when I am creating a boilerplate application. If I want to see the same information in the web UI, I can connect that web UI with this Node-RED utility tool by using some of the API. So the same thing can be visualized on the web UI or any of the smartphone application. So I can integrate any third part application also which can utilize this information and perform some action, like send email notification or SMS to the owner of the house, or it can send some push notification on the web UI itself, or if I want to send back the commands to my NodeMCU, this can also be done by using the same. I can switch on or switch off the AC before I reach to the home. So whenever I will be sending the information from NodeMCU to the cloud, I'll be publishing the real-time status of all these sensor in this direction, and whenever I'll be sending back command, so this NodeMCU will subscribe to this command by using the MQTT protocol. So the same thing can be done in the reverse way. At last, I'll show you the web UI which we will be designing in our coming tutorial by using the Node-RED tool. So this web UI is having two parts. First one is the appliance control and second one is the sensor information part. Since I have connected reed switches to the doors, so it is showing the status that door is open. When it will be away from the magnet, it will be updated here like door 1 is closed. Second one is my ultrasonic sensor. So it is showing right now the car is parked. So as soon as car will not be there, it will be updated here that car is not parked. And third sensor is my PIR sensor. Right now it is showing that somebody is there. So this is the message that will be coming here, like motion detected. When nobody will be there, so it will be showing message no motion detected. And through this appliance control part, as soon as I'll be pressing this button, like light on or pump on or fan on, corresponding LED will be turned on or off accordingly. So this is all about my smart home gateway web UI.